afternoon, everyone. My name is Aubrey Cabrera. I will be talking about what is a command economy, its advantages, who started it, and that's all. A command economy is a system where the government, rather than the free market, determines what goods should be produced, how much should be produced, and the price at which the goods are offered for sale. Also known as a planned economy, command economies contrast with free market economies, in which the prices of goods or services are set by invisible forces of supply and demand. A central tenet of free market economy is that the government does not intervene in the workings of the market by setting prices, limiting production, or hampering competition within the private sector. In a command economy, there is no competition as the central government controls all businesses. These are the 5 characteristics of a command economy. First, the government creates a central economic plan. The 5-year plan sets economic and societal goals for every sector and region of the country. Shorter-term plans convert the goals into actionable objectives. Second, the government allocates all resources according to the central plan. It tries to use the nation's capital, labor, and natural resources in the most efficient way possible. It promises to use each person's skills and abilities to their highest capacity. It seeks to eliminate unemployment. Third, the central plan sets the priorities for the production of all goods and services. These include quotas and price controls. Its goal is to supply enough food, housing, and other basics to meet the needs of everyone in the country. It also sets national priorities. These include mobilizing for war or generating robust economic growth. Fourth, the government owns monopoly businesses. These are in the countries deemed essential to the goals of the economy. That usually includes finance, utilities, and automotive. There is no domestic competition in these sectors. Fifth, the government creates laws, regulations, and directives to enforce the central plan. Businesses follow the plan's production and hiring targets. They can't respond on their own to free market forces. These are the advantages of a command economy. First, can quickly mobilize economic resources on a large scale. Second, can execute massive projects, create industrial power, and meet social goals. Third, can wholly transform societies to conform to the government's vision. Fourth, abundant provision of collective goods, for example, education, health, public transport, and recreational facilities. Fifth, governments provides employment security. Sixth, equal opportunity and equity. Development of the theory. Viennese economist Otto Neurath developed the concept of a command economy after World War I. Neurath proposed it is a way to control hyperinflation. The phrase command economy comes from the German word Befehlswirtschaft. It described the Nazi economy. Here are some examples of the most well-known countries that devoted resources to expanding its nuclear capability. The United Nations imposed sanctions worsening its recessions. The economy should improve when the 2015 nuclear trade deal ends sanctions. North Korea. After World War II, President Kim Il-sung created the world's most centrally planned economy. It had food shortages, malnutrition, and several bouts of mass starvation. Most state resources go into building up the military.
China!
After World War II, Mao Zedong created a communist-ruled society. He enforced a strictly planned economy. The current leaders are moving toward a market-based system. They continue to create 5-year plans to outline economic goals and objectives. Cuba. Fidel Castro's 1959 revolution installed communism and a planned economy. The Soviet Union subsidized Cuba's economy until 1990. The government is slowly incorporating market reforms to spur growth.